Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. It's Monday. I hope you're all alright and I hope you're doing well. Getting a good start to your week. So I figured I'd give you a little dose of the Road to Glory to enjoy. Probably whilst you're eating your lunch or doing some work or whatever it is. Just sit back, relax and enjoy. And if you do me a favour, at the start of the episode, hit me with a thumbs up button. We are looking for 2,500 likes. If we can make that happen, you're literally going to make my day. And of course, don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. And you can click the little notification bell so that you never miss an upload. So in today's episode, we're going to play that sort of, well, normally I call it like the mid-section. But this is going to be like the just slightly before the midsection. Or for you, it might be this way would be before. I don't know how cameras work, to be honest. Yeah, basically, we're at 5 wins. We're at 2 losses. And we're going to progress a little bit further on today. We come up against this for the very first game of the day. And this was this was the beginning of Saturday for me. So I know it's Monday. But we know that the schedule sort of shifts somewhat when we're doing our weekend league games. And then pushes over to the rewards in the latter stages of the week. So 0-0 at half time. And I genuinely thought, like, how am I not... Like, oh dear, I'm asleep. How am I not winning this one? Come on, Tom. You've got this, and it just wasn't happening. This is the dictionary definition of rustiness, I think, because, I mean, I ended up actually going 1-0 down. This was not the greatest team to come up against. He was an okay FIFA player, but I think we were probably, I think maybe I was a better FIFA player, and I've got a better team, and I'm just on my first game of the day, rustiness, just terrible player, still half asleep, still the fingers are not warmed up when they should be, and I'm just making poor decisions and things are not going my way. So we eventually end up trying to work our way towards getting a goal. 72 minutes on the clock. We've still not made that happen. Nani intercepts. Neymar knocks it into Awar, over to Atal. There's the goal, right? We get back into it. And at this point, I think I was on my throw the kitchen sink at him mentality. So constant pressure, 10 depth, all of that stuff. And you know how the saying goes. It either goes one way or the other. And we were either going to win the match or we were going to lose. In hindsight, I should have probably gone back to like the 4-2-2 or the 4-3-3. Not been so attacking, not commit so many players forwards, because it does just show you that we're going to get like hit on the counter attack, and I'm already like back losing again, and he runs down the other end and gets a third goal. So whatever I did here was just awful. Bad choices, bad defending, half asleep playing, hadn't done a warm-up game, all of that stuff. I found that I typically lose my first game of the session, whether that be the first game of the weekend league, then the first game on a Saturday morning, then I have a break mid-Saturday, play again Saturday night, I'll lose the first game in that session as well. Obviously, you lose the first game on a Sunday, so that's just the way it goes for me. So I guess you sort of just get it out of the way and move on. And if you end up getting a win sometimes in those games, then it's just a bonus. But the next game we come up against this, I'm actually quite nervous of seeing Ziyech and Idrissi, is it? I think his name is. 99 Van Dijk as well, anyone? That's obviously not really what you want to see. That's going to be very difficult to get past. And he does end up, Maddison knocks it into Idrissi, and he does go ahead and put him 1-0 up. It's a card that I'd love to try. I think he actually looks really good. It's just quite a difficult one to link him. Your best bet is to use, of course, Ziyech, and then maybe Hakimi, but I don't really know if we should really be switching off fullbacks and stuff. I don't know. Maybe we can if prices come down enough for players after this weekend league. So I score with Memphis, and it was great strength and composure from the Dutchman. And then we nearly go 2-1 down here, but somehow we don't, and I don't know how. So he was peppering my goal down that end. We then run down the other end. Awar knocks it into Neymar, and I score the goal. So I genuinely thought I was going to be 2-1 down. I've ended up being 2-1 up instead. And you absolutely love to see that, don't you? So things are going okay, and we've at least turned this game around. And we're going to push forward to get another goal just before half-time. Neymar knocks it into Memphis. That little scoop turn. Oh, this was one of the last games of this weekend league where I actually got to do the scoop turn. Things turned really south. I think after this game, things turned really, really south connection-wise. It was just not good. It's probably been the worst weekend I've ever had for overall just like lethargic gameplay. It doesn't necessarily show when you're in game because it's very difficult to show that the split second after I pressed the button it just didn't work, but it did happen a very tiny millisecond afterwards. Even with the connection monitor in the top corner, it's very difficult to sometimes like show heavy gameplay. The only way I can say to that you'll understand it is that if you guys play this game, you will understand that two different games, 15 milliseconds each one, they can feel totally different. I feel like FIFA's the only game that can do that as well. It's quite special. So this game right here, I knew exactly what I was up against when the first few minutes of this game was just run it down the wing, cut it back, play it across the defense, run it down the other wing, cut it back. And I was just like, oh dear God, give me strength. I need this game like I need a hole in the head. So yeah, we ended up actually countering and getting a goal to go 1-0 up. So that's brilliant. At least with this game being so possession based for my opponent, we've actually managed to score the goal. But he gets your typical FIFA 20 goal back against me, running right down to the byline, cutting it across, tapping it in. And it's 60-40 possession at half time, and I am so bored out of my skull. It is unreal. And the one shot we've scored. We just need to create maybe a couple more, and we might be able to just win this game despite being up against someone who really wants to hold the ball. And he ends up scoring off of a rebound. Typical. So he's had one cutback and one rebound and 60% possession. Drop back, one depth, you name it. So I wasn't enjoying myself, as you can probably tell in this game. But I can't moan about that stuff because I've brought Kent on, so I'm just as bad as all of them, right? We bring on Ryan Kent to get us a little equaliser there. And we do manage to get it to 2-2, take it to extra time. In an extra time, you just need that one chance to go for you, and then you can pretty much try your very best to hold the ball, and it forces your opponent to... it forces him to pressure you, and then that creates gaps, and that's when you can really win a game. So I was very glad to get this goal with Nani. Nice one. 96 minutes on the clock. We can at least hold this one out until the end of the first half. Second half comes around, you'll be all good. But I was willing to take a red card with Joe Gomez there. It didn't, he didn't get the tackle in the end, so he doesn't get a red card. Just to stop Kent scoring, but you can't. Once Kent gets away, he gets away. So yeah, he even had a Kent to add to his list of things that I dislike in this game. However, we secretly love Kent because we've been using him all year. But yeah, we end up getting the winning goal here with Youssef Attal, 115 minutes in. So I've got to say, against such a boring possession player, that felt so good to get the victory in the end. Yeah, it genuinely was a good feeling. It was draining, but it was a good feeling to get the W, come away with the win. So, we've reached a whopping level 2 in the season progress, and that's going to give us a gold pack. Gold players pack? No, just a gold pack. A bog standard 5k pack. Now, you're not going to see the rare boards and the rare front here because, well, we get a Sudamericana player. And that's fine because that means there could still be a board player behind it. And in fact, there actually is going to be a board player behind it. We get a little 83 in there. So from a regular 5k pack, I will most definitely take an 83. I think Cruiser is about the cheapest. I think he's literally like 1.1k. But it's a fodder player that we can use nonetheless. And I will make sure that I use him even in today's episode. So then we come up against this. Nice team. Probably not quite as good as mine, but I love the look of that Giovinco, and I have secretly been trying to figure out a way to get Giovinco into my team for the last few weeks. And the best chance I possibly had was when I owned Insigne a couple of weekends ago. But I just, yeah, it's difficult. He's very difficult to link with playing in the Saudi League. And I don't really want to use some of them players because they're just not quite good enough, really. But Giovinco looks great. And if he does drop down to like a really stupid price, then maybe we could buy him as a super sub. We've probably got enough of them, really, in the club already, haven't we? So it just might be one of those players that unless I can find some great links for him, might be one that we don't get to try out this year. And that's fine, you know. He does look good, though. And if you've used Giovinco, I want to know, is he someone that I should really be picking up? Because he looks like he's super agile and stuff, and he would work on this game really well. So I end up getting equalised on, and then Jadon Sancho puts a beautiful ball through to Giovinco, and he scores with a lovely strike. There's no complaints about a goal like that for me, apart from I just wish I knew how to defend it a bit better. But we're 3-2 down at half-time in a game where I kind of felt like I deserved this one. So I was playing a little bit better. Like, you can see it in the stats, just a little bit better. So in the second half, I hadn't lost my head or anything. I was just really trying to stay composed to make sure I got back into it. A few minutes in, we get the chance. Super sub Nani is there to stick the ball in the back of the net with 3-3. Then Thomas Muller gets just sort of dragged back, and then I think the defender thought I was going to try and get it onto his strong foot to then hit the finesse at the far post. Ended up going for a near post outside of the foot shot, and that worked for me. Thomas Muller really changed this game. Him and Nani just linking up very well together. Like Nani getting that first goal, and then Muller getting both assists and goals right here. And I moved Atal to a central position as well. You saw he just scored the one before that, and then he assists Muller here. I think Muller gets 2 goals, 2 assists in this game and leads to a rage quit. So, yeah, that guy was an okay player with a nice team. But I really did kind of dominate, so I was glad to see I got the deserved dub in the end. And that brings us up to 8-2, just what we want to be at. The first 10 games, if you can only take a couple of losses, that's fantastic. That means that you're playing some good FIFA and you've managed to get the majority of the wins you need, at least half of them, right? So we then go into this match against a ridiculously strong-looking Bundesliga side, and I was 1-0 down within under 5 minutes. Axel Witsel were there, stuck the ball in the back of the net. I tried to judge which way he was going to go by moving my goalkeeper, and it didn't work out for me. And then Erling Braut Haaland scores a beautiful shot. Obviously, the TOTS Haaland has got a monster shot. That left foot is just as cracked as he is in real life with his actual shooting. So yeah, if you can keep him off that strong foot, you're all good. But we weren't able to do that. We did get a lovely goal with Atal though, and at halftime we're 2-1 down. This guy was better than me, and I knew it, he knew it, and it was just going to be a case of probably seeing this game out. He'll get another goal here. We're 3-1 down, and there's not much I can do about it. I'm just getting outplayed by someone that was a very strong player. Or this could happen. I mean, what happens there? We're both playing the game. I'm losing. And you just know that I don't get disconnected here, by the way. It counts as nothing for me. But at the other end of his screen, he's somehow been disconnected from the servers. I bet his internet's not gone down. He's still sitting in his Skype call or Discord call with his mates. And he's still browsing Twitter and his internet's not down. Yet somehow he gets kicked off the EA servers. What is that about? So we kind of get gifted a non-loss there. It doesn't count as a win for us or anything. It just counts as if that game never happened. And that it adds more draining to it because, obviously, that was quite a tough game. So with the servers feeling super heavy and rubbish and stuff, nobody felt exceptional. Depay's great and all that. But being Saturday afternoon, I felt like prices were going to start to drop. So I put it out to Twitter. Should I just use a couple of untradables from my club for the rest of this weekend league, knowing that prices are going to crash down because it's the end of Ultimate TOTS weekend league, and the servers were heavy and muddy? I wasn't enjoying myself. I'm not going to enjoy these players if I'm not going to enjoy myself. So I listed them up, both for profit. Memphis, we paid 353. We're going to get 390k for him. 235k is what we paid for Awar, and we are going to get 290k for him. So I decided to take the profit. As you can see, both players are sold. 678k is in the bank. And yeah, we now currently don't have a full strength starting 11 for my weekend league, which is a bit of an issue. However, with 580k left in my bank account, I spent 100k of it, or 98k of it, whatever you want to say. I think a little bit over because I ended up having to buy a couple more players. But I spent 100,000 coins. Of those coins, probably the profit that we made from those 2 players, so that I could complete Dries Mertens. Now, before stop right there, you're about to comment that you hate me for submitting these players. Stop, alright? I'm never going to use them. We've got a better version of Atal now, so don't worry. Yeah, I got rid of quite a lot of fodder there, like the big bits of fodder that I got in my club. And the rest of it's going in this one as well. Like Mariano's gone, Fred's gone, Boga's gone. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this SBC for as cheap as this is a 450k squad building challenge. I'm going to get this one done for 100k coins and my fodder, and then I'll have reward packs at the end, which I'm going to sell everything of. So it's going to come under 100k to get this 95 rated Dries Mertens, who looks ridiculously endgame. All right. So I was kind of excited. Goodbye Dumfries in that one. We're going to get rid of him. And I bought, I think it was Dessa's up front. I bought that TOTS because I needed like a Belgium and that kind of fitted the squad. So I decided to go with that. And then the final squad is this one right here, which I used my first owner Ochoa, and we bought the rest, one of them being an 89 rated Sergio Busquets. So yeah, that's what we bought for that squad, and it meant that I was able to do this for a liquid 100k. So that was like, I was buzzing with that. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that SBC, let alone be able to do him for only 100k when he goes for 450 normally. So welcome to the club. 95 rated Premium Flashback Mertens. It's always a Belgium. Look at him. Great stats. 96 pace. 95 shooting. 93 passing. 98 dribbling. Terrible defending and physical. Like, he's really, really weak. But he's not there to like outmuscle people. He's there to silkily weave past them and finish that ball in the back of the net. So yeah, I decided that I was going to get him. It means that I've got like a full strength attacker now that we've got rid of Depay, but we do need to find a different player to go in where Aouar, forgot Mr. Val's name there for a second, to go in where Aouar was. So yeah, we'll do that in a second. It's going to reduce the strength of our overall team this weekend, I think, but we've actually made profit, and I've already seen the prices of Depay and Aouar after the weekend league is finished, or like Sunday night as I'm recording this video for you. So I'm very, very glad we did what we did, because I saw Depay at 308 and I saw Aouar at 240. So that's like, we would have lost so many coins if we'd have sold them after the weekend league. I wouldn't be surprised if they've dropped even further. So we get a walkout in a pack there. We end up getting Chesney, and by some sort of miracle, all of the packs from the Mertens SBC were tradable. Yeah, they weren't the greatest of packs, but they were all tradable. So I was over the moon, because, yeah, like, we don't often see that so much anymore. So I was glad. I was very happy to see some tradable packs there. And I decided to literally list everything up. I wanted to see what our coin balance could be like after these reward packs, so that we knew, like, liquid how many coins we'd spent, plus our fodder, minus the reward pack profits, to see like what we actually spent coin wise. And we get like fairly lucky. I would say that overall it's a little bit of a dub from the rewards. Like, we didn't pack a TOTS or like a 100k player or anything like that, but we did pack like a walkout and a few 84s and stuff, which is good. So it's going to bring us over 600k again, which is great. And I buy a CF to Cam for Mertens. I bring him down to centre mid. He needs to go there because this is where he's going to be in the squad. I'm also going to apply a Hawk chemistry style to him. You'll see why when I show you his in-games. But Kovacic for now is going to go back into the squad. So we switch this up to the 4-3-2-1. It drops Atal down to 8 chem. I'm going to mess those names up now forever, I think. But it drops Atal down to 8 chemistry, which is fine. His stats are still ridiculous. And we've got a 7 chem Kovacic instead of a 8 chem Aouar, right? And obviously that is a downgrade. He's still good, but he's definitely no Aouar. So with that, we do this to the squad. I actually decided that Mertens would go as the Cam and Neymar at striker, and then push Atal back out wide again. Whether or not that works and we switch stuff around, time will tell. But for now, look at this. I've given the sprint speed, the shot power, and a little bit of strength and aggression to Mertens, because everything else is really like already up there, isn't it? His stats are great. Look at his dribbling stats just without boosted from a chem style. 99 agility, balance, and dribbling. That is what you love to see. Hopefully he'll feel fluid and fantastic in game. That's what that's a big hope of mine. We'll check that out tomorrow. But as you can see, some of the stuff is sold. Not all of it is sold. And we're up to 615k. Knowing that we started with 680, 680, and we get up to about 620 here. Like a net 60k spend plus my fodder. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. So, yeah, I might have said I'm happy with that like 500 times this episode, but we've made a big change. We sold our R and Depay for profit, and with that profit, we've gone and got the we've gone and got the Dries Mertens Premium Flashback SBC done. It means the squad looks like this for the rest of the Weekend League, with a chunk of coins still in the bank so that we don't end up losing loads, and we might be able to buy even better players next week when the market tanks. So, guys, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Do me a favour and hit the thumbs up. 2,500 likes. Can you make that happen? That would be great. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I thank you for that. And, of course, the links to my Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below in the description, everyone. Come follow me over there and see what I'm getting up to every single day. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay playing games. Enjoy the start to your week on this Monday. Hope that you get what you want to from this week. And I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.